Dylan Hughes, and welcome back to Turbo the Daily. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my BMW E36 project. We've been working on this turbo project for a while now, and haven't really been jamming on it that much, to be honest with you. So we spent about a little over 2 weeks going to and from Formula Drift for St. Louis, so we just got back from that. We had an awesome weekend. We with the back-to-back rounds, we did pretty well. Ryan Turk got the best of us in the top 8, but overall the car was unbelievable. It was such a sick weekend, and really stoked to be tied for 5th overall in points going into round 2 for Seattle, or 2 and 3, I should say. But yeah, feeling good. So I really wanted to just take a minute and give you guys an update on the 36 project. So the way we're looking at it right now, we have about $6,600 into this thing. And before you freak out, let's talk about what we have into it and why it costs all that much. So first things first, the Garrett Turbo, that's about $2,500. And to me, that is an investment. It's one of those things where I don't like to work on my cars very much. I'd rather just do what I have to do in the first place and just go whoop on this thing and just hope that it will be okay. The way that I built my E46 was the same way. We put all the nice parts on it, and then basically all I do is go beat on that thing, and it has been absolutely perfect to us all the time. So you have to put a dollar value to how much do you want to work on your car. If you want to put a crap turbo on it, it might blow up the first time, might blow up after the 10th track day, you never know. But it's just one of those deals where I don't like working on my stuff after I build it. Get it done, do it right the first time, send it out the door and just go whoop on it. We have the Link G4X E36 ECU. It's a plug and play ECU, full standalone system that actually utilizes the factory location. And that's just another one of those things. Do you want your car to run right or not? Link ECU makes your car run right. You got to get a good tuner on there. You got to get a good ECU. So that's really important to me as well. Again, an investment. So that's about $1,000, $1,100. The Wastegate Turbo Smart, about $350. We ended up getting a used one on this one, so I only spent about $100 on it, but just plan on getting a new one because it's probably a good thing to have new. We had an engine mount for $150. The exhaust manifold was super cheap. It was $80. You know, hoses and fittings to plumb the turbo is about $250. Mishimoto intercooler is about $250. Charge pipe material plus a bunch of my time to make them is only about $100 in material, but a little bit of time. So, you know, I'm lucky in that sense that I could just make it. Stainless exhaust material to make the whole 3-inch straight pipe exhaust. Again, I had laying around the shop, but it'd be about $300 in material plus a little bit of your time to make it. I ended up TIG welding it, but again, it's really nice to have a shop to do this stuff. Some fresh spark plugs for about $60. Fuel injectors are $300. Head studs and a head gasket. And that was kind of when we went down that path. I really wasn't planning on doing that to this motor originally. And then, you know, kind of sitting back and thinking about it, and same thing, it's an investment. You know, I want to be able to go out and run this thing. I don't want it to leave me high and dry. You spend all the time and money driving your car all the way to the track, and then it breaks, you have to go home early. It's no fun. So again, could it have worked without it? Probably, but it's one of those things. It's an investment to me. So head studs are about $200, plus the head gasket was about $100, plus a bunch of my time. Fresh oil pan gasket after we welded the turbo drain into there. Powder coated the valve cover, royal purple, $100. Fuel pumps about $150. We did a Walbro 450. The radium catch cans. I don't want this thing to be vomiting oil out of every orifice, so these are the exact same ones that I run on my comp car. Never had any issues with any sort of blow by or spitting oil everywhere, so I really just keep it clean so we don't have to clean it all the time. So radium catch cans, that's a must, $350. $40 Turbo Smart boost controllers, not that bad. K&N air filters, $50. Miscellaneous, anything, you know, any little fittings, any little trinkets, any little deals, about $150 of random stuff. Lastly, I'm going to be putting some Royal Purple HPS 2050 in this thing, keeping it nice and happy. I prefer the 50 weight once it gets hot, basically because when you're going drifting, it always gets your car really hot. So a little bit of 50 weight for some high temp protection. Total $6,610. So not too bad, really not too bad. So if you think about what we would have into the entire car, getting it to this point, and then all of a sudden we're gonna have a car that's about 400 wheel or 500 crank horsepower, that's actually pretty cheap. That's really not bad. And I know that's a lot of stuff, it's a lot of work that goes into it, but you gotta pay to play, and that's just what it costs to have a fast car. But at the end of the day, it's not too bad, and I know we're not completely done. There'll probably be a little bit more on top of that, but we're really close. We gotta do some fuel lines, we gotta plug the ECU in, hang all the wiring back on there, and we got to get a tune on it. Like, it's actually really close. So that makes me feel good. I can't wait to come back from FD Seattle, get this thing going, and I cannot wait to drive it, and of course have my daily driver back. Like, I miss having a car. But since my truck is away, my truck is sitting up in Seattle with my trailer for my whole race program right now, and I was daily driving that thing, so I got to get her done. But feels good to even see it, look at it. Like I said, can't wait to get back working on this thing, and of course hear some turbo noises. So that's about where we're at, and thanks for following along.